A friend confided in me that a judge told their student they were penalized in their marks for having too nice of a costume for the skill level they were showing on the floor. And this story fired up a lot of you. So I'm going to step deeper in that mug today. She purchased this costume used from a champion, spent a fortune on it. And unfortunately, at least from this judge's perspective, when she walked onto the floor sporting this crazy expensive costume, she thought, wow, this person is hardcore investing in their competitive career. They must be amazing. And then they broke out the bronze routine. So as a judge, they are human beings, and ideally they would judge singularly on empirical evaluation. What do I see in the dancing? What is the technique, rise and fall, etc. But they are human. They are going to take some other factors into account, even subconsciously. I personally feel it is unethical to the max to judge anyone based on anything other than the dancing, but it does happen. A friend on our channel shared with me they are more of a beginning level dancer, but they have a finite window that they can compete. They feel they're never going to get to that elite level where they quote unquote deserve or dance up to the level of that champion's costume. And hey, I want to live the dream. My thoughts? You live your best life. If you have the money to do that and it makes you feel beautiful, you're living your dream, hey, go for it. Forget what those judges say. I do feel this is a minority of the judges, but I did want to pass the story along to you because we all need to know what's actually going on that comp floor and what we're being judged on. By suggestion, take videos of your comp rounds. This is going to be a much more fair evaluation that's not going to take into account these personal biases. In most judges' eyes, that costume won't affect the marks unless it is a poor fit. It's not worth saving money on the costume if you're going to look like a lampshade with a big blanket hanging over it. It does not flatter your dancing. In that case, you're going to be much better off, score much higher if you wear that simple gown that's just fitted. Even if it's practice wear, don't worry about that. You just want to dance and look your best in your movement, okay? So yes, this exists. It is a very sensitive topic for many dancers, especially pro-am, because they tend to have a little bit more of that expendable income, and they tend to be starting out their dance sport career quite a bit later than those pro dancers are, who often start as kids. So they're not going to have that opportunity to work their way up to that level. So what are you going to do in your next comp? Ask your coach. That's why you have a home coach. They are probably very familiar with the politics involved, what that particular panel is going to prioritize. Ask your gown designer. They will be able to recommend what's going to work best for you, for your movement, for maximizing your marks. That's their goal. Highly recommend doing that over just going and buying something that looks amazing on someone else who is a champion. You're not going to look like a champion in that gown. You will look like your level in an amazingly gorgeous gown. Nothing wrong with that. I just don't want to buy into the illusion that you're going to be able to buy or win in that comp by spending 500 times as much on your costume. When I'm queen, the dancers will be evaluated solely based on the dancing. They could go out there in their dance pajamas, black practice wear, and win. But there's a lot more going on under the water than some of us care to admit. Again, if you love wearing that costume, it makes you feel more beautiful. Guess what? You might even dance better. So go for it. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. I hope you live your best ballroom dance life and wear an amazing costume that you love and dance beautifully in your next comp. Okay, see you in the morning. Toodles.